All right, hey guys, so I'm back. I'm now currently post Hyperice sphere, so the Hypersphere. I've just released my internal rotators on my left side. That was the previous video. So what I'm gonna do now that I've stimulated my internal rotation to improve it, I'm gonna drive some information in there so I get some motor control in that area and continue trying to work on my range of motion, which like I said, was bleak at best. So, series of exercises. I'm gonna have to apologize in advance for the view that you're about to get, but I need to do so for you to understand what's about to happen. So I did wear all black, that should save some things. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to put some lubrication over the joint. Okay, so we're going to lubricate the joint. So we're just going to do some easy back and forth movements through the hips. So I'm going to anchor my shoulders back, and it's going to let my hips go down side to side. I can push it down a little bit, but I don't want to force it too much right now. I'm literally just trying to put some juice in here. Okay, so I'm just putting some oil on the chassis, if you like. Okay, so just oiling things up. I could have easily done a little bit of cardio as well, some easy leg swings, just really easy motion to get some controlled articular rotation in the hip joint here, which I actually lack quite significantly, okay? So I'd probably do 15 to 20 of those. Next, I'm going to do what I call a bridge, but where I pin the knees together and walk the feet out as far as possible while keeping them flat. So I'm gonna lie down. This creates internal rotation, okay? So hips are here. Gonna push up strong. So what I do is bring my heels in close to my butt, okay? Keep my feet flat, and whatever range of motion I can achieve with a relatively flat back, I'm gonna press up through my glutes hard and keep pulling my knees together simultaneously. So I'm trying to definitely drive internal rotation. So again, X number of repetitions, and then from there I'm gonna use a little bit of a manual manipulation using the kettlebell. So it's slightly different. So I'm gonna do a little bit of walk around. So what I actually do here is I take this one and I walk around the side of the kettlebell. So this kettlebell is going to move until I put it on this mat, and it won't. So I put the inside edge of my foot. My knees are in like kind of a kneeling position. I'll change my angles forward and backwards, and then I'm going to walk myself around the outside. The bell needs to stay anchored, and then I come back to the middle. Good. Walk back out. So the bell goes on the inside, and I walk in the opposite direction to where the bell is relative to my foot. And I go as far as possible, try different angles. It's a little harder for me as I get more forward in this position, but I can use a little bit more oblique activation to tell the muscles a little bit lower down to relax. So I'm actually contracting through my core up here to tell some of these muscles to chill out a little bit. Good. And again, continuing through that. And then last but not least, I'm going to get myself into the 90-90 position. So what that looks like is this. So 90 in the front leg, 90 in the back leg. Holding this position, I can do various things here. I can use that same tension that's back here, a move I learned from FRC, but in this case, what I'm gonna do is gonna prop myself up, I'm gonna engage my glute, and then I'm gonna try and hold this glute in extension to avoid TFL activation on the front of my hip in order to get the internal rotators to do the work here. So heel comes off the floor, nice and strong, set the core, nice strong belly button, hip extension to get the glute activated, take that TFL out of there, and lift up as much as possible. Once I get better at this, I can engage my core position and start to work from there. So again, I can start cramping, I can start lateral flexion in the spine in order to be able to help some of those glute muscles turn off. Right now I'm gonna do this and that in order to engage more range of motion. So hip extension, so first we're on my own, so I'm gonna use APA, active, passive, active. And I'm gonna keep trying to establish this new range of motion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work that through both sides equally. For me, my left side's actually a little bit tighter than my right, so I would do a little bit extra work on that side. So if you see imbalance through the assessment that I did in the previous video, then apply it appropriately. Do more work on that left side for me than I would on my right side, even though